Hey Mosaic, just wanted to give you a quick update about how we are planning to navigate this difficult time together as a church body. First off, let me begin by thanking you. Thank you for your grace, for your kindness towards our elders and our staff and our leadership team. These are some really difficult times that we're navigating together, and you've been incredibly supportive and encouraging. We have felt that through your feedback on the surveys that we sent out. We have felt your support through your incredible financial generosity during this time, and we are feeling encouraged by the stories that we're hearing of Mosaic members and participants taking care of each other in these difficult times. So thank you for being part of our spiritual family. We need each other now more than we ever have before. Let me lay out a vision for the path forward for us at Mosaic. It is clear to us that the coming days, weeks, and months that are ahead of us are going to be very unique and difficult in a variety of ways. Life as we knew it before COVID-19 will not resume to normal in the near future. Please know that the elders and the staff are working diligently to follow and keep up with the guidelines that are given to us by the CDC, the federal government, our local authorities, and our posture remains towards the governing authorities as the posture of Romans chapter 13. Let me read that verse to you. It says, "Let every person be subject to governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment." We are resting and relying on the reality that God is on the throne of the universe, accomplishing His will perfectly. So even in the midst of all of this chaos and pandemonium that's going on in our lives, we are resting that God knows what He's doing. So with all of that in mind, here's some plans forward. As it was announced on Wednesday, May 13th, and effective on Saturday, May 16th, our governor, Michelle Grisham-Lujan, has initiated the early stages of what's being called Phase 1 rollout in our city. The specific regulations about houses of worship is that we are permitted to operate at only 10% of building capacity. Let me just give a few comments on that and how we're thinking about our reopening strategy at Mosaic in light of that. We have a few key values that we are using to guide some of our decisions. One key value that we are prioritizing at Mosaic is that we are united as one body. It appears to us that the most vulnerable among us, which includes the older demographic and anybody with underlying health issues, is going to be excluded from public gathering for a fairly long period of time. It is also an underwhelming idea for us to gather with such a low and minimal participation from our spiritual family. Now, 10% of building capacity might allow us to be creative in pursuing some use of our midweek space for our staff or elders or counseling. But we plan to continue with our current course of action by serving the body with online sermons, which we've been providing, worship music, and Zoom groups. This is the plan forward for at least the rest of the month of May. Now, you have to understand part of our decision has to do with our children. We love children at Mosaic. Children don't do social distancing well. And we are not interested in fear and panic being the air that all of us are breathing together around our children. So we're going to be thinking about the best way for us to be together over the next several months. And so that leads me to the next value that's guiding some of our decisions. Another key value that we celebrate at Mosaic is community. We are all craving community now, maybe more than we ever have before in our entire lives. We were wired for relationships. We are all malnourished relationally right now. I am not a hugger, but I am desperately longing for some hugs right now. But we believe that for Mosaic, the next step toward us gathering in person will be in an outdoor venue. We are currently in a conversation with Bosque School about gathering on their campus in an outdoor venue, perhaps beginning in early to mid-June as Phase 2 rolls out. Now, more details will come as that plan unfolds. And the reality is that if this happens, this will still be a gathering with COVID-safe practices in place. We will continue to encourage the most vulnerable among us to follow the recommendations of the authorities. And we're going to work diligently to provide a live stream or video recording for those of you that are unable to gather with us or who choose not to gather with us. And of course, we'll still need to think about our children. We may need to just purchase lots of dog leashes. I don't know, just joking, kind of. We're going to have to figure out social distancing. But the final key value that I want to end with at Mosaic that's guiding our decisions is connectivity. The scattered and isolated nature of our lives is going to cause us to come to grips with some really harsh and grim realities. The coping mechanisms, both healthy and unhealthy ones that we use, have been removed from us. Gyms, entertainment, sports, kids' activities have been replaced with Netflix binging, social media scrolling, energetic kids bouncing off the walls 24/7. Our marriages are hanging in the balance. Our sanity is on its final thread. Emotions are brewing up in all of our hearts. So I want to encourage you to connect with a few people at Mosaic. Reach out to some people that you serve on a volunteer team with. Put together a Zoom happy hour. Do something to connect. Maybe you don't know many people at Mosaic. Reach out to me. I'll get you connected with some really great people. Please stay connected with us. We've provided some platforms to communicate with you. If you're on social media, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'll kind of notify you when we're putting out communication. Get connected on our email and text thread. You can just text the word connect to the number that's on the screen right here. Don't be a stranger. Stay connected with us. I hope you're doing well. I'm praying for you. I am missing you all like crazy, and I'll be in touch with you again soon.